Hello and welcome to the Painfully Stupid Podcast. I'm your host, Stakeout, and these are my co-hosts, Newt, without a camera,
Yo, saw it.
Tyler,
How do you like the crisp sound of my voice on my new microphone?
and special guest, Jaden, a friend of mine and Tyler's in real life.
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
Man's got the Starbucks big gulp.
Oh, yes.
Tyler, do not do the gulp into the microphone, please.
I won't.
Don't.
I won't.
So, boys, it's been a few weeks.
It has been.
It's been a few weeks. My computer decided that it wanted to commit dishonorable seppuku.
So what ended up being like the initial problem?
So originally, I called you.
Yes, you did.
I called you and you're like, sounds like a motherboard issue. I think your motherboard died. It's like, okay. So me and Tyler work together in real life. We are co-workers. I take my PC over to his house. I buy a new motherboard from the local Best Buy, and take it over. Well, we go to start putting it in, and then Tyler's just like, "Hey, it might be your power supply." It's like, you fucking kidding me? So I go buy a new power supply. I'm like, you know what? We'll just try putting the motherboard in anyway, just in case that's what it is. So we put a new power supply in, and we're about to put the new motherboard in when we realize, hey, my CPU isn't 10th gen, so it's not gonna fit in this fucking thing because I didn't look at it.
I asked you before we put it in too. I was like, "Did you make sure this is the right one?" And you said,
You
"Yeah."
did not ask me.
I did.
You did not ask.
I
me.
did.
You
I
did not.
specifically said because I remember because you're like, "Yeah, but it fits my i9." It's like, okay.
Well, I thought my i9 was a 10th gen, but I guess it wasn't. So
Until
moving on.
2020,
Shut the fuck up, Newt. Anyways, so I end up taking it to another buddy's house with the correct motherboard. Your old house, Jaden.
Right. I was there.
Oh.
But at the time, it was his
Yeah,
house.
the first time.
the first time, and Jaden was there, so I take it to Jaden's house, and I leave it there because couldn't get a fucking motherboard that night. Finally get a new motherboard, take it over, hook everything up just primo, and we're still not working. So my buddy Ben, who was roommates with Jaden as well, he's talking about how it doesn't make any sense how, but it might be your CPU. The only thing left for us to try is your CPU, because your GPU's fine, your RAM's fine. We can figure it out. So $650 later, I've upgraded my CPU and gotten an all-new motherboard, and it works.
How
And-
beautiful. A true
and-
Romeo and Juliet story, might I add.
And honestly, there could have been podcasts, but I knew that no one would get them done anyway.
Yeah.
So I just said hiatus.
But we're back better than ever, and you got all your funk, all the residual funk from starting off with doing streaming and stuff. Just shook it off with that little break, and now we're back. And during that time, I also upgraded my setup. I don't know if you can tell,
Yeah.
but I've got this fancy Shure SM7B on a really nice podcast arm or mic stand, and I told you guys about it.
Jaden.
You can eat on camera, Jaden.
Just don't make
Okay.
noises with it.
Man's over here doing
I
the
told-
mukbang.
Man is like fuck. Go ahead, Tyler.
Sorry. I talked about this before we started recording, but I figured this would be something interesting to bring up on recording. I'll just show whoever's watching the podcast. I'm starting to apply these sound thingies to the wall, and
they're
I
all
got
falling off.
fancy equipment going on, and I'm building a podcast room. So that'll be interesting.
You just made me so dizzy by doing that.
If I'm moving it around,
Actually,
I apologize. I guess
Damn.
I didn't think about that. Come on a trip with me, Miss Frizzle. Do you guys watch Meat Canyon?
I've
A
never
little.
heard of it.
It
He-
scares me.
He's a YouTuber who makes animated little shorts about
Horror films.
yeah, he takes childhood favorite like shows and he twists them and makes them terrifying.
The Ed, and Eddie one made me want to
Oh.
just lay down in the corner and die.
He's
Those are the best
witnessing
ones, though.
God. Yeah. He did one on Miss Frizzle and he incorporated the WAP and
Oh no.
they wanted to go inside of her WAP and yeah,
Oh,
I'll leave it
no.
there. So anybody who's listening, go watch it. Not around kids. Mr. Jaden, Mr. Edie boy.
You know what? Let's let Jaden finish. What's new in life with you?
Man, working 2 jobs. One's night shift and one's day shift, so I'm kind of dying inside.
Jeez.
Yeah. So tomorrow I'm working 4 to 1 a.m. So yeah, that's fucking great.
What are you saving up for?
Life, bro.
Yo, you trying to get yourself a nice setup?
I have the nice setup. The thing is like,
He just has a blue Yeti.
yeah.
PewDiePie tells me
The
that
funny part
Yetis
is-
are garbage.
PewDiePie tells me that Bandicam is great.
I use OBS.
Time out. Did you see that
PewDiePie
fucking
was also the
me-
guy that said the N-word live on stream. So you
He's
can
evolved. He's
clearly
grown.
take
Not
take
the bridge. Don't
suggestions
bring
from
up the
him.
bridge. Don't bring up the bridge
It's-
incident of 2016. Did you guys see that recent, relatively recent PewDiePie video where he did meme review with KSI?
Yes, that was hilarious.
And then KSI starts bullying PewDiePie for still using Bandicam when KSI hasn't even activated Windows.
Yeah. Also, they revealed in a KSI video that he also uses Bandicam.
He said he uses OBS.
Yeah, well, he must have used it for one of his videos. Do you guys remember Fraps?
Oh my
It would
god.
put your little frame rate in the
Oh my
top
gosh,
corner.
yes.
The little yellow
Yes, I
frame rate.
remember.
Fucking fraps.
I know. My God.
Keck
My
fraps, bro.
god.
I remember
Keck
having fraps on my laptop back whenever I had like I modified my laptop basically, so I took out like the Wi-Fi card, and then I replaced that like connection in the motherboard with like a May PCIe thing, and then I had like an external graphics card set up.
Really?
So I didn't have Wi-Fi, so I connected my laptop to the Ethernet, and then I got like a lot more FPS that way.
That's awesome. How old
And
were
then
you when you did this?
I was like 15.
Baller.
Yeah.
I can
So-
barely tie my shoes then, Jesus.
Jaden, you still can't tie your shoes. You wear flip flops.
Are you guys? What do you guys think about adults
Yeah.
having Velcro shoes? Do you think that should be more acceptable?
You know
For
what?
sure.
I know a lot of people that have Velcro shoes, and
Really?
it's kind of like meh to me. It's like I like just slipping on my shoes. I like wearing them looser, and I
Yeah.
can kind of understand not wanting to deal with laces.
Fuck
Oh.
laces, man. As someone who changes
The
my
laces were in.
what?
I really like the way that
Fucking
laces
Ace
look in
Ventura?
comparison, though.
Yes.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Oh, I don't know.
You've never seen that?
No.
About how the
Sorry.
fucking Dolphins guy that ends up being the villain just the laces were in. They
No.
were in.
I haven't seen that, but it
I
sounds
have
hilarious.
no idea.
Have you, Newt?
No.
What the fuck? Someone who watches this will know. If you know what I'm talking about, comment down below. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, of course.
Follow me on Twitter. Fuck the rest of these guys.
On the topic of shoelaces,
Wait, the fuck?
Everyone in here besides you, apparently, Jaden.
Yeah.
on the topic of shoelaces,
Shoelazy.
I would agree with you, Newt. By the way,
I
I
think they
find
look
that-
really nice.
I think that shoelaces look very aesthetically pleasing. However, as someone who puts my shoes on and off at least 4 times a day, because of I run in the morning and then I come back inside, shower, get ready for work, and then I switch departments at work, so I have to change my socks because I'm going from freezer to dry, so it's hot. So I take off my thermal socks. Fucking untying and tying your laces sucks ass.
So
And-
that's the thing, is that if there's a sweet spot where you
Mhm.
can literally just slip on your shoe and slip it right back off, and you don't have to tie it. But it's a very fine spot with laces.
The problem with that is I wear thermal socks that are twice as thick as my normal socks when I pick in the freezer, so that I have to make my shoes tighter. What I think they should do is they should have Velcro shoes, but on top of the Velcro, have like a faux like lace to make it look like it's a lace shoe. You know what I'm talking about?
That's so Chinese knockoff to do, bro.
I know. I know. What do you guys think of Yeezys? Is that your thing?
Hell
I'm
no.
not huge into designer shoes in general. Like as long as they look good, the pair of shoes I'm wearing right now are like $30.
Do you have like like a designer thing that you're into though? Maybe not with clothing, but like name brand shit. Do you subscribe to a brand of anything?
I'm buying a Supreme brick.
Throw that bitch through the
No.
window.
The company that I work for just obtained Supreme, so I'm gonna be getting like all their shit at 50%
They
off.
bought Supreme?
They bought Supreme, VF Corp.
I don't know.
They
who
own
that is.
Vans, they own North Face, and now they own Supreme. They own Wranglers, they
Damn.
own
Jesus.
Timberlands.
I wear Wranglers. I wear
And
Wranglers.
I get half off all of those brands, including Dickies too. Also Dickies.
You guys remember Old Town Road?
No.
Wrangler on my
idea.
booty.
No.
Wrangler on my booty.
Never heard
Yeah,
of it.
that's me. That's me. He was talking about me.
But yeah,
Do you
I'm
guys
very
go to
much
sleep in
nervous
jeans?
About my laces too.
No.
Oh, hell no. Are you smoking crack?
I've
No.
fallen
Gym,
asleep.
bro.
I've fallen asleep in jeans before.
Yo,
Jeans can go down.
anytime I fall
hate
asleep
I
in
love
jeans, I wake up in my underwear. Like I subconsciously take them off in my sleep. Fuck jeans. I haven't worn a pair of jeans in almost 2 years. Because
No,
Sounds about right though.
I went from a job that required
Same,
me to
dude.
wear jeans every day to a job that has no dress code. And I told myself when I quit my last job that I'm going to buy sweatpants and that's all I'm going to wear. And I've stuck to it. I only
I
wear
wear,
sweatpants. Fuck jeans. They're not comfy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What jeans are you fucking wearing?
The kind
Jeans
that are
in general are just trash.
not now. Like, look at this shit. Look at. You see this fucking soft shit pajama pants every
Hell
day.
yeah,
That's
bro.
all I wear. Why does anybody?
My jeans are nice as fucking comfy.
They're
You
fucking.
just haven't
they're like.
experienced true comfort, my guy.
Yeah, I have.
You're telling me that you would take a nice pair of jeans over thick ass comfy sweatpants?
Yeah.
No, you just gotta wear yoga pants. So
You're a
that's the
different
shit.
breed. Yeah, Jaden.
No, you see, listen, I wear women's yoga pants. That way the bulge is just sitting there.
Jaden,
I can helicopter dick it with clothes on.
you get. Oh Jesus.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Jaden, do you wear jeans or do you only wear like sweats?
I haven't worn jeans in like since I worked at a restaurant where it was code. That shit's so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I
fuck jeans.
wear jeans and shorts.
Jeans just they make me feel gross. They're like
Yeah,
all up in
same.
my biz. You know, sweats are just like
Yeah.
there. They're just like they're giving you a hug where jeans are just grabbing your balls and they're like, "Fuck you, bitch."
They're just groping you all day.
Exactly.
I
Jeans.
think
too
you're just
alpha.
wearing the wrong jeans.
Nah. I just think
Let's be
Would-
real here, guys. Apex comfort is found in basketball shorts. Right?
That's what I'm actually wearing a pair right now. I wear them for pajamas.
I'm not a shorts guy either, though.
Oh.
I don't like exposing my legs. I got pasty man legs.
They wouldn't be pasty if you wore shorts.
Yeah, but I don't want to wear shorts. Why would I,
I mean-
expose my legs to the harshness of the world around me when I could just let them be caressed by my soft sweatpants every single day?
That's the most 2020 thing I've ever heard. Holy shit.
Exactly. What's your biggest goal for 2021?
Let's not talk about this until the New Year's stream.
There's a New Year's stream?
There's gonna be a Friday. Yeah, actually, no. It's New Year's Day is actually a Friday, isn't
we
it?
should live stream.
Let me look
that
at the calendar.
podcast.
I got you.
I want to hit
Brock, you should
1,000
live-
followers by then.
Yeah, no. New Year's Day is the first,
Brock,
or is Friday.
you should live stream that podcast on your channel. That way, it's a good way to bring people to the podcast too.
Maybe.
That'd be a wonderful idea. I could live
We
stream
just
that
have
on
to
my
be
YouTube
careful
channel.
because there's no cutting that out.
I know. Well, we just will be aware of it before we go live. It's just like if we're recording.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay. Here's a question.
Yes.
Since we were talking about clothes, what is the most expensive piece of clothing that you guys wear? That you guys have?
Do shoes
Not
count?
necessarily wear. Yeah, shoes count.
My shoes.
How much are your shoes?
$140.
Okay.
They're
I
really
have a-
good shoes.
New, what's the most expensive piece of clothing that you own?
Like a $500 parka.
What the fuck is a parka?
And why do you need a parka in fucking Colorado?
Bruh, it gets
Rains a
fucking
lot there,
cold.
man.
What is a parka?
It's like a coat.
Yeah, it's basically a really nice coat. I'll send a picture. This isn't the one I have, but it's basically the same shit. Look at
Jaden.
PSP.
Yeah,
What is the most expensive piece of clothing that you own?
definitely my shoes. It was like 80, 90 bucks maybe. They're just like some Adidas. Kind of looks like Yeezys in a way, but that's not why I got them.
My most expensive pair of clothing is my my shit kickers.
Your what?
My shit kickers.
Your kick shitters?
Yeah, my boots.
My boots.
Oh,
$240.
Custom Tims, where are they, bro? What kind of boots are they, though? Let's be real.
What?
What kind of boots are they?
Cowboy boots.
Oh,
Why did you what appeal? Is it just aesthetic?
They're comfy. I don't have to tie them. I don't have to fucking strap
at the
them.
tip, like doesn't that hurt?
No.
That sounds
It's open.
painful.
why don't you just wear
Especially by the
wellies?
toes.
Huh?
Why don't you just wear
What, Jaden?
wellies?
I don't know what the fuck
Like,
wellies
by
are.
the toes, that just sounds painful.
You know?
No.
Look at
have you guys
PSP.
ever
There's different toes. Like for cowboy boots, there's round toe, there's square toe, and then there's point. Point is what you see in all the old fucking movies, right?
Right.
Like the high heel front. No, I have. They're not in here right now, but I have square toes.
Do they have?
I have
spurs
square
on
toed
them?
boots.
Have you
No, they don't have
guys
spurs.
ever seen
Shame.
a real life cowboy in person?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
because they don't exist anymore.
Yes,
The-
very
I
big yes.
I recently went to South Dakota on a road trip, and when we saw Mount Rushmore, I saw a real life cowboy. Like this fucking guy was full on with the belt and his hands in the belt, walking, kicking his legs out as he walked, and he wasn't being ironic or funny about it. Like that's what and then fucking locked arms with him walking next to him was who I assume was his wife. Looked like a fucking lady out of New York City, just in a fucking hoodie and all like I don't know, not cowboy-y. And I thought like what kind of I mean good for them, but like that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
The one cowboy I saw,
so
it was
weird to
like
you.
back whenever I worked in the food court at the mall. I
Mhm.
saw this like full-on cowboy guy, like, and he had a skateboard in his hand. I'm like, the fuck? You're full-on cowboy. Well, why do you have a skateboard?
The skateboard cowboy.
Skateboy,
Skateboy.
big brain.
He was a skater boy. She said, "See you later, boy."
But yes.
What do you guys
2020, you can't say it like that.
Insert pronoun here.
you know-
Got it.
Do you know what type of people really piss me off?
Me?
No, those people that somehow manage to buy like 30 PS5s and then sell them at quadruple the price.
I don't understand
Those
why
people-
buy
Capitalism
those.
at
Makes
its
me
finest.
angry.
Supply and demand. Supply and demand.
I understand,
I mean,
but it
is
makes me angry.
capitalism, and I
When-
don't blame them.
When
but
I
people
went
need
to go
stop
on the
buying their
website,
stuff.
right?
We're all talking at the same time.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
I'm just very passionate about this. When I go onto the fucking website to buy a PS5 and I can't, and then I open up Facebook Marketplace and someone that lives on the same street as me is selling 30 of them, for $900 each. fuck that. It pisses me off.
Go
Supply
visit
and
their
demand is a
house
hell of a
with
thing, man.
It
a
it
baseball
doesn't give
bat
you their exact
and
address.
get
It
one
just
for
says
free.
the within 5 miles. But fuck that. Fuck that. So that's the story of how I'm not buying a PS5 for a while.
That's
Dude,
how it was for the Switches. Like when
Yeah.
Corona hit and everyone bought them out, and they couldn't fill the demand.
It's because none of them are
Yeah.
made in America because it's a Japanese company.
Right, right.
at least it's
Man.
Japanese and not fucking Chinese.
Go on.
I don't like
Alright.
Chinese companies.
You know,
bro.
I didn't think we'd throw fucking politics
Sensing
into
a
this right
grudge
now,
here?
but
Senior Winnie the Pooh.
careful, Tyler.
No, fuck China. I don't care.
Agre-
I'm in America.
Agreed. Agreed.
I don't want them to try to fucking censor our conversation in America.
China
Do you remember when North
can-
Korea was like trying to do that shit with the movie? And Obama came
Bro.
out with a speech. And he's like,
Should
I'm not
definitely
going to let
watch that
another
movie.
country. That is a really good movie.
It is. What were you saying?
The interview?
Yeah.
Interview.
North Korea.
Oh, it's a good movie. Yeah.
Did he die then? Because I heard he had a really hot sister that was like going to take over. But
The fuck?
I.
Talking about Kim?
Senior Kim Jong Un? Yeah, that guy.
Yes.
He did not die. Sadly.
Yeah,
Senior Kimmy? No, he's not dead.
he was really sick, and his sister was like taking over for a while though, which was really interesting.
Hey,
And like the whole world.
And then you have all the fucking people.
And he
Oh my
what?
god. You have all the fucking people that are like, yes, a woman dictator. It's like if she's a dictator, it's still not good.
Yeah, but
It doesn't matter if she's man or a woman. It's still a dictatorship.
Right. Cade told me he found her very attractive, and I was like,
Of course, Cade found
I-
her attractive.
yeah, of
I
course.
don't know who this
He
person is,
he
but
finds anyone attractive if they have 2 legs.
Bro, he told. Okay, so let's not get too into the masculinity man game of what celebrities are hot and what aren't. But I do want to say that he told me he finds Taylor Swift very attractive, and I personally think she's not attractive.
she's okay.
She looks like a.
Okay,
You're right. I'm sorry. Let's not get into
Boys,
this. It doesn't matter.
boys,
Yes.
that leads to an interesting question.
Oh boy.
Your number one celebrity crush.
Arson.
Arson TV.
His voice is so good. The best thing about him, and this is going to sound like a backhanded compliment, but it's not. The best thing about Arson is the fact that because I can't see his face, it allows me to imagine anyone I want to his silky smooth voice. I
bet
imagine.
you've had some gotcha based times.
Mm. How about you?
See, the thing
Newt?
is,
New
dude,
number one
think
celebrity
I've-
crush.
really ever had a celebrity crush? Like, not gonna lie.
Yours is
It
Jessica
just
Rabbit.
never
Okay,
ca-
moving on. Jaden.
Back in the day,
I said
the
yours is
day.
Jessica Rabbit, then Newt.
it was
Sure.
Selena Gomez for sure. But
She
now
has
I'm stuck
such a
between,
big
like,
head.
4 people. Yeah.
Selena?
Back in the day, not now.
What's wrong with people with big heads?
Bruh, look,
I'm fucking sitting right here.
no, I just that's just the thing that I don't find attractive. All I'm saying, Brock, is I would not have sex with you. That's all.
That's a fucking lie because you've told me on multiple occasions you would.
All right.
Okay,
going,
okay,
I'm
it's
sorry.
getting sus around here. Boys.
I'd say there's 4. I can't make my mind up. There's Neil
It
deGrasse
doesn't-
Tyson, Elon Musk, Ryan
Okay,
Reynolds. Yeah,
Elon
they're all guys.
True.
Dude, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, exactly. Or Johnny Depp. I can't make up my mind.
I don't know. That caterpillar that Neil deGrasse Tyson's got above his lip can climb all over my back.
What the fuck, dude? Are you okay?
I'm
Get
good.
some help.
I'm good. In the wise words of Michael Jordan, fuck them kids.
You know, I don't think he actually said that.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Alright,
Oh,
cool.
god damn it.
So,
So,
Yes.
Celebrity?
What? Celebrity crush. You know, I asked this question without actually thinking about it.
I think I know. Wait. Okay, so I got an idea. Before you tell us who it is, we should all take turns guessing who it is and see if we can get it right. So while you formulate your idea, Jaden, who do you think Brock's celebrity crush is?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that for a
All
second.
right, Newt, do you got anybody on your brain right now?
The Dawn.
The Don?
Orange Man.
I don't know who that is.
Orange
Man,
man, Cheeto man. Wall.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
Are you laughing at me?
Oh,
Are you laughing at me, Newt?
A
Wall.
mixture of him not knowing and you, yes.
we brought her up earlier, but I think Brock's celebrity crush would be Jessica Rabbit.
I'm not sure who that is.
What?
It's a cartoon character.
I don't watch a lot of movies. Oh,
Jessica-
It's a cartoon character.
Rabbit.
It was from one of the Looney Tunes movies. Which one was it?
She thick though. What was the name of
I have no idea.
what was the name of the cartoon lady who dated Roger Rabbit in Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
I have no idea, dude.
Do you know what I'm talking
Jessica Rabbit.
about? No, that wasn't Jessica Rabbit. The movie where
It was his wife.
it was part animation and part
Yeah, Jessica Rabbit was his
No,
wife.
Okay, hold on. You guys keep
Are you
going.
thinking of Lola Bunny?
No. I'm not crazy. Who framed Roger Rabbit? Girl.
His wife, Jessica
What is her name? It is Jessica Rabbit. I'm retarded. This lady.
Rabbit. Yeah, Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Brock. Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
boy.
no, you weren't right. I was just saying, yeah, that's Jessica Rabbit.
That was Jessica Rabbit. I meant Lola Bunny then from the start.
Yeah, you meant Lola Bunny.
Yeah.
How come these are all animated characters for Brock? Like that's kind of
Because-
What do you mean? I was making a joke about Jessica Rabbit, saying it was Newt's favorite,
So?
and then it's like,
yeah.
Tyler,
Who
you
is
might
your
be
favorite,
thinking
Rob?
of Lola Bunny. My favorite what?
Is that Danny
That
DeVito?
guy. That guy. Yeah, that's my
Oh.
celebrity crush. That's my celebrity crush. Jaden got it.
Fuck
Oh my
Chip.
god.
Fucking knew it.
Jaden, have you been keeping up with like playing guitar and shit since all this COVID shit? And
Eh, I'd say like once a day, every other day ish. I still need to make up that little like theme song for Brock. I told him I'd do something for like his YouTube intro and stuff.
oh,
said he
can you
wanted
make
some,
me
like-
music?
Maybe.
I'll pay you. I need. Oh, hey, before I forget, Newt.
What's up?
The person who did that artist who did that fucking stuff that you sent me before, I will pay them a lot of money to do my channel artwork. I love their art style, and I want it like I want that for my. I know
Are
you
you
said
talking
like
about like my emotes and stuff?
I don't. You sent me an image of like an artist that I don't remember who, but it was like a toony version of you. I want that
Yeah.
style of artwork. I'm literally looking for artists, but there's like a specific style that I want, and whatever that artist like drew, however they drew that, I'll pay them whatever they think is fair because I fucking love their art style. I just wanted to bring it up.
I can relay this information.
Hell yeah!
I
All right,
got you. I'm not sure what they'll say, but
all right.
I'll let them know.
Jaden, do you so you paused streaming because you're moving and stuff, but
I'll probably start here soon once I start working and get like a whole schedule thing going.
do you have any plans for like YouTube stuff or just streaming?
I'd like to because the more platforms, the better. But like,
Yeah.
I'm not good at like I've never tried editing or any of that stuff.
I got you.
It's really not too difficult to get into.
Yeah. Oh,
to
yeah,
be
most
quite
definitely.
No,
honest.
but if you're retarded like me, you need someone else to do it for you.
I
Yep, that's
find
me,
editing
that's me.
fun. That's why I'm like to all of my friends who want to get on YouTube, I'm like, let me edit for you.
Has Arson sent you any footage yet,
No, but
or talked to you at all?
we we were talking. Um, I hopped into Arson is like a really good guy. And as an
Yeah.
example, I hopped into one of his streams, and you know how like if you subscribe to somebody, um, but like it's auto resub, so it'll subscribe to them when you're not actually on their stream if you have it like auto
Yeah.
resub set up. But then when the next time you hop in their stream, you can choose to
Yeah.
yeah, I did that, and he was really busy, and he didn't like acknowledge it. I don't care. I'm not, it is what it is because he was in the middle of like a thingy, and then, I didn't even think about it, and then I hop out of his stream, and he sends me a fucking personal DM hours later, apologizing for not specifically mentioning me, like subscribing to him on stream, and I was like, dude, what? You're like the greatest human. Calm down. It's fine. But I've been noticing he's been like on that. Arson's been on the grind. He's been streaming, so
Arson streams 6 days a week.
yeah, hell yeah, that dude is an inspiration.
He's been doing it for a year now, the 6 days a week,
Yeah,
with occasional days off when he needs them.
yep, that's baller.
impressive.
Otherwise, he's off every Sunday.
My biggest issue when it comes to my YouTube channel is time management, because on top of all the shit that I'm doing, I also work almost 50 hours a week. So, but that's starting to lessen now.
How do you think I feel?
What do you mean?
You can at least get home in 10 minutes
Yeah,
from work.
but I also stay later than you most of the time, and also because I'm always in whatever department needs help, so that means I'm usually the last one out. I also don't take lunches, but I don't know. But yes, your drive does suck. If I lived in a mansion, I would tell you to come live with me, but I live in a 2-bedroom house, and the second bedroom I'm turning into my studio. So, sorry.
That's the way to do it, though.
I
Sounds
know.
fun.
So something I realized, like after like completely moving my setup, I was against this wall over here, and now I've shifted it because we're gonna put a table in front of me, and this is gonna be like Jarrett's like studio area as he fucks with our audio during the podcast, and like putting the sound panels on the wall, like seeing the actual transformation of the room around me is like a visual representation of me doing this YouTube shit and like podcast
Mhm.
stuff and this new mic and everything. Like it's me going down that road, and it just gives me this motivation. I don't know. This is the first time I felt extremely motivated in a while. So yeah.
Here's something we need. Jaden, you've never been on the podcast. You're kind of into the streaming thing and everything else. Tell us a bit about you.
There's
Not about what you did in No Nut November, but just tell us about you. Leave No Nut November out of it.
I kind of want to hear that now.
Can I hear about this in a bit? Though? Can we just
likewise.
pin that? Well, just pin it.
You can talk. You can talk about it.
I don't know what are you talking about?
Hey, we all know what you did. Now you just explain it to us.
He
I don't even
sinned.
know what I did.
He sinned. He sinned. Jaden
It
is
was
a
like one.
dirty sinner.
He says it once. Bro.
Okay. Anyways, Jaden, tell us about yourself.
Well, I just got moved in here, right? I'm a lot closer to like everything. I'm in Waterloo now. I'm in a bigger.
We can
town.
cut that out.
I'm in a
Why does
bigger
it
town
matter?
now.
It's a town.
There's
Still.
lots of Waterloos. It's all good.
Yeah, like the one in France.
There's one in France. I think there's one in like California too. But
France is
I think-
on fire right now. Sorry.
It was on fire at Waterloo about 100 years ago too.
We can talk about that.
Nah, man, the Battle of Waterloo.
Continue, my
But
friend.
I got transportation now. I just got a nice job for like fixing trailer park trailers, and it's just like me and a friend, so it'll be a lot of fun to be like joking around a lot. Once I start doing that, I'll probably start streaming more because I'll be working 4 10-hour days a week, I believe, and it's like 15 to start out with. It's pretty good.
4
other than-
10-hour
nice.
days.
Yeah, and then
That's
you get,
the way to
Friday,
do it.
Saturday, Sunday off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way I see it when it comes to shit like that is work as many hours in a short period so you have a long period of just a mental break.
Chill.
Exactly.
agree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing with Best Buy right now, personally. Well,
yeah.
continue though.
So, who are you, Jaden?
Thick.
I'm Jaden.
No, tell us about you, like who you are,
Thick.
what you do.
I just play a lot of games. I listen to a lot of like rock and shit. I got all this shit here. I'm currently waiting to move my drum set here as well, and I'll probably start practicing that because I haven't played that in like a while.
Wait,
I
they're
think-
okay with you moving the drum set into their house?
Yeah, I'll just put it in the basement, and then they won't hear it as much.
You got to get these sound panels, man. They soundproof the room.
That'd be awesome. I don't know if I'll do that in the basement though. That'd be a lot to cover.
They're also really expensive.
Yeah.
It's like $2 for one panel.
Hey, JD,
Yes.
as you musician, I think you're gonna appreciate this song. So I'm just gonna send that to you for later. But it's
Okay.
fucking really good.
Okay.
Don't
okay.
don't have to listen to it now.
Brock, is it okay for me to ask Jaden to show us his chest hair?
Yes.
You could probably see a little bit right there.
Oh,
Jaden has more hair on his chest than he does his head.
yeah. And it's not that Jaden has a lot of hair on his head; it's that he has a lot of hair on his chest.
Just my arms are bad. The light's kind of bad, but
I saw when you were eating the ramen. You're all good, bro.
just reaching across.
Brock, what camera do you
That's all
have?
you get.
What camera do I have?
Is yours 1080p?
Logitech C910
Is it
or
1080?
C510. No, it's 720.
So mine's a 1080, but I think it's
Mine's
because you
720 at
have the
30.
green
Is the
screen
bit
behind
rate.
you, and then also actual lights, like really good lights. I have
Mine's
It looks like he also has
Mi-
a better bit rate.
yeah. Mine is 720 by 30 frames.
How do you? What is bitrate?
Bitrate is basically the amount of internet required to send video in a higher resolution.
Oh, alright.
Ye-
I feel like a grandma right now.
So with streams, like I stream at like 6,000 megabytes per kilobytes per second, and that's the bit rate. So
Mine's at
Oh.
5700. Mine's at 5700 because I have a couple guys on mobile.
How do you see that?
uh,
Is that just like
I-
in
I-
the settings of like the OBS stuff?
yeah, it is.
Okay,
I can show
okay.
you later if you want.
Yeah, no worries. Brockathan,
Yes.
what headphones do you have? Are they the same as these?
HyperX Cloud Revolvers.
These
They're
these
not the
were
same,
Oh, okay. I got the same like everything that Joe, because like when I wanted to get the best.
Ro
of everything,
Jogan has?
Yeah, I got good old Ro Jogan has like on his website like his entire setup, and I just went to the Amazon and bought all that shit.
He
So I
probably
got-
got a
I got the
decent
same
cut out of
headphones and
that
everything.
too.
Most definitely, it was a lot of money. So yeah.
Nice.
So yeah. Do you Brock, do you have any future plans for like when you want to branch out like potentially onto the YouTube platform as well, like what you would want to do?
I want to. Right now I'm working on a VODs channel just for select VODs. Like the PS Live VODs are gonna go up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put them up on there. And then just like what I think are good streams, I'll put on there.
Yep.
Like for example, my Vermintide one with Cap and Buckshot. I think that one was really good.
I didn't see that. What happened?
It's Vermintide is like a medieval Left 4 Dead 2,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just fun. It was fun. It was interesting.
Where did your love for Viking shit come from? Because that's like all
That's a
about
really good
you.
question.
I've never
Um,
thought about that, but ever since I've known you, like you've just been like, and I think it's super cool. There's just been like Viking like has been a part of like everything you do. Like from you came over to
Um,
my house and the show that you wanted to watch, which was awesome, was a Viking show, and then like
It was called Vikings.
yeah, exactly. Your channel shit, your artwork, your music,
Um,
your everything.
It started off with with forming a really loving relationship with history at a young age. So like one of my favorite things in the world just to read about or learn about or whatever, talk about is history.
Mm-hmm.
I love history. I some would say I'm a fucking nut when it comes to it. I love world history, political history, religious history, history of war, shit like that, all the way back from the BC times. The Greek Empire, Alexander the Great, shit like
So
that. And
it spans bigger than just Vikings.
it does span bigger. Vikings are one of my favorite parts of it
Mm-hmm.
because as I started getting older, I started I talked to my dad because I did a family tree thing, right, for school. And he told me that my great-grandfather came over from Sweden, immigrated to the U.S. from Sweden in 1902. And he was a full Swede, which means that
You're
that
Swedish?
family had. Yeah, I'm Swedish.
That's cool.
Which means that
Torbjorn.
family.
Sorry.
Toblerone.
He's Norwegian. But if we go by the fact that he's a full Swede, right? That means that lineage has been in Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Back into the Dark Ages, Viking Age. Which right there, even if my ancestors weren't Vikings, you know what I mean? Weren't the pillagers and raiders?
Yep.
Still, my ancestors still spoke the language. My ancestors still worship the same gods.
Well, you said you did the
And shit
ancestry
like-
stuff, right?
I did. I went
Family
as far
tree.
back as I could by talking to people.
Oh, you should do the ancestry stuff and then let us
I've thought about doing that
because it will
I think
tell you like in your blood like what percentage of shit like
the issue with that is I'm not super big on the percentage because I know I'm about a third Swedish, right?
Yep.
I'm about a third Swedish. And I don't necessarily care about how much of it is like in my blood, more so that I care about the people that I was related to.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's cool because having names,
Yep.
like I was talking to my dad and I'm like, you never know. I think it'd be kind of interesting to figure out whether we were just farmers or if we were Vikings, raiders. Maybe somehow I'm related to King Bjorn Ironside of Sweden.
Is that a real person?
It was a real person, yeah.
You know, your
He
shit.
was the first Viking who's actually Danish. So that would mean that there'd be Dane in the back. But then again, back then it was all Norse. It wasn't a specified country of origin. He was the first Viking to raid the Mediterranean Sea.
Damn. Isn't that like their
to-
thing?
The Mediterranean Sea?
No, the rating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the first one to sail all the way in between England and France, down around Spain, and into the Mediterranean.
Do you think so? You have descendants or relatives that are still in Sweden then?
Yeah, most likely.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you did Ancestry, you could possibly connect with them because
Yeah.
Ancestry has this really cool thing where, like, it'll show you other people that use Ancestry whose DNA match with yours, and it will
True.
allow you to directly message them. It won't.
Yeah.
I don't think it gives you their personal information until they choose to let you, but it'll tell you match with this many people, and
We'll probably give you the name.
I think it'd be super cool for you to like link up with
I
like
think
family.
it'd be
from-
cool as shit too.
Yeah.
Because I think that'd be cool from any of the countries that my ancestry stems from. Because I'm German, Irish, Swedish, and Dutch.
So you're big on Vikings and shit, but like you're also just like a general like history buff kind of guy. So
Mhm.
like what's your second? Like you got Vikings and Swedish people. What's your second like culture that like captivates you?
The Greco-Romans.
Really?
The
Where's-
Greco-Romans.
Where's that start from?
I wasn't really into. I got into those before I got into like the Vikings and the Norse gods and shit like that.
Was it because of the
Um,
Percy Jackson books?
Let me finish my
Sorry,
statement.
sorry.
Yes, it was.
I was about 10 years old,
Yep.
really, 10-year-old kid, fucking all I cared about was history of war. You know what I mean?
Yep.
History of war, because war is cool. War, you get to beat the fuck out of people. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
all that's all like a little guy wants to do. And a buddy of mine recommended me some books, and I was into fantasy from back then too. Like I had already read Harry Potter,
Mm-hmm.
and I enjoyed it. That's one of the only series where the movies are almost as good as the books. And so he knew I was into fantasy stuff, and he's like, "You should try reading this," and loans me his book, his copy of Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief.
Yep.
And I was 10. And I'm like, "Whoa, this is cool," and and I've always been a researching type of person when I'm interested in something, right? If I'm not interested in it, I'm not gonna fucking look at it. But for the most part. So I start doing research, and it's like, holy shit, these gods were real, and just everything else. And that's I got into it. I read the whole series, along with figuring out what was a real thing and what was just part of the book for drama effect or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I read what spurned it on even further. My love of religious history and cultural history is he had a spin-off series. He had 2 spin-off series, 3 now, but the first spin-off series was on the Egyptian gods,
Yeah.
which one or two of the gods in the Egyptian pantheon are also in the Greek pantheon.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I've read all the books.
And then he did the spin-off series for the Heroes of Olympus, which showed the Roman side of them and how the Romans just stole the Greek gods after they conquered them.
Yeah.
And renamed them, made them angrier. Yeah. And that kind of started it off, along with researching outside of it myself and just being really into it. But yeah, that's kind of where the love of religious history started. And then I started getting into like Odin and Thor and shit like that,
Mm-hmm.
and how badly represented both of and Loki, all 3 of them are in the Marvel movies.
Well, I mean, anything that gets that big is going to be very Hollywood-esque.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do. Yeah, I get what you're saying. There's
And fun fact, by the way, if you're ever looking for a new religion to start following, the Germanic paganism, or Astaru, the worship of Odin and Thor, Freya,
is that- I
etc.
thought so. Pagans worshipped like those, like the Norwegian gods.
No, the way it works, at least these days and back in the medieval times, is if you weren't worshiping the Lord, His Son Christ, and the Holy Spirit, you were a pagan.
So everyone that wasn't Christian was a pagan.
Yeah, that's why the Greeks and Romans that still worshipped Zeus and Poseidon and all them, they were pagans, Hellenic pagans.
I did not know that. I thought pagans
for
were
the
like-
for the Norse gods, it was Norse pagan. The Celtics, Celtic pagan. The Slavs, Slavic pagan.
That's a really powerful strategy if it was employed by the Christians to just label everyone that's not Christian the same, so that it makes it. you're
But
either
then they
with us or
also
not.
they also adapted things from the pagan religions as well.
Yes.
Santa Claus is Odin.
I didn't know that.
Santa Claus is
Well,
based
Santa
off of
Claus even
Odin.
Well,
Christian, though?
hold on.
Like, I don't
There's-
think that's based off of Christianity.
There
Santa.
is. I know that Santa comes from like the Norse, like that sort of area, but there's also, I don't remember where I read it, but it's not a theory, like, or it might be a theory that like the whole Santa Claus came from the small villages in like Sweden and shit, because they would all be snowed in during the winter, and something they would do is they would take magic mushrooms, and they would see little elves coming down their chimney, and that's where like
Fun fact. Sorry to interrupt you.
no, go
Tyler.
on.
You know the term berserker rage? Like the berserker Vikings that would go insane, just
Mhm.
completely fucking naked and kill people no matter how much of their body got cut off till they died.
Yes.
Yes.
That's partially human nature adrenaline rush and partially mushrooms.
Bro, mushrooms are cool.
They'd take mushrooms. And it'd also be an adrenaline rush.
Mushrooms are really
Imagine what you're seeing. Being on mushrooms and then making yourself really fucking angry and killing people, imagine what you're seeing with your 2 eyes.
That'd be a fun way to die.
Either that or you're just freaking the fuck out.
What do you think is the funnest way to die? Jaden, if you could pick a way to die, what would you pick? Like if it was the funnest way to die.
After putting a lot of thought into it, between 2 thick thighs.
Hey,
my answer
my
was very
man,
similar.
my
Answer
man.
was very similar.
I was gonna say OD on ketamine, but shit, that thick thighs thing is kind of.
No, in between 2 thick thighs, while baked off your ass.
Ah,
That right there.
right.
Most comfortable way to die, I'd say.
Most comfortable. 100%.
No, but if we're being serious, I'd like to think that dying in your sleep is the most comfortable, less painful,
True.
Nah.
least painful. But
Least
then again, we
fearful.
don't know at the same time.
I think that's the bliss in it, though. Like you're going to sleep expecting, whatever is going to happen tomorrow, but instead, you just die.
Yeah, but how
flawlessly.
do we know that it's painless?
Yes, that's the big question, boss. You never know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, whenever you die, your brain like hallucinates, right?
It releases
Essentially.
DMT.
Yeah.
So,
So-
that the DMT derives from your spinal cord. Your brain releases it when you have near-death experiences, and that's why people that see the light or they see their life flash before their eyes, it is a DMT trip. And I know it's also produced by a root in some sort of bush or tree, and that's where like we get DMT now. But your body also makes DMT for when you die. I don't know if
Gotcha.
that's a specific purpose, but it's pretty crazy.
Is that like how, like when you die, like the past like your life flashes
Yes.
like the 7 minutes or whatever?
It is believed that that is
Rewind
where
of
it's
your life.
from. Because also when you think about the nature of a DMT high, like it lasts 15 minutes, but it feels like 15 years. So if you were to have a 5-minute near death experience and your body releases DMT, it might feel like your entire life flashed before your eyes and you don't remember a lot, because that's what it felt like when I did DMT. It felt
That kind of reminds me of something. There was this post on Reddit where this guy basically got like knocked out, and he spent like 15 years on a trip, or at least what felt like 15 years, and he like built a completely new life in this trip, and eventually it all fell apart, and he was like, "Holy shit, I have lived for this long." Like in my thoughts, but it's actually been like 5 minutes in real life. Like it's freaking crazy, dude.
I want
That's
whatever
fucking
he's got.
nutty. That's fucking nutty.
But the thing is, he built a whole life.
See, that's the thing about if it was in like a knocked out near death experience, the thing about like, at least from what I understand, is like with DMT, it's not that, and I don't know, it might be different for other people, but at least for me, it's not that you build this, like it's not realistic in the sense that when you're
It's not like a
tripping,
lucid dream.
it's not like that. It's nothing makes sense, but it all makes sense at the same time. So like it's
make
not
it
like
make
you're
sense. Make it make sense.
yes.
Ah.
So it's like you're, I don't know. I think that guy might be full of shit. I'll be real honest with you, Newt.
No, the thing is, it goes into like insane details. I'll
Yeah,
send you
and-
the post. I'll send
yeah,
you the
that's
post.
fine, that's fine.
You can see it for yourself. But
Right.
So does that all happen in like an unconscious stasis, or are you like actually like walking around?
You will I don't know the science on it for near death experiences, but when you smoke actual DMT, you're out. You're out. Like your head rolls back, you're out. But so I'd assume it's like that when your body just administers it, but
Right.
I wonder if it's possible to, I mean, it's got to be possible to extract DMT from somebody's body if you were to kill them. Like
I found the
smoke their
post.
spinal cord. I'll give it a look when we're not like recording and shit, but
I got you. I'll put it in the PSP.
hell yeah. Do you guys?
Oh shit.
So Elon Musk is doing this Neuralink thing, and he's progressing at insane
Not
speeds.
doing it.
What about? Okay, so would you guys in the future be willing to integrate your body with technology in order to prolong and enhance your life?
No, my life's already been too long.
That's the
Realistically.
thought process of our generation right there.
Right. Something interesting to think about
COVID isn't the plague I wanted.
is the life expectancy keeps going up, except for this year. This is, I think, the first year where it's actually went down, but that's because of the global pandemic. But when our parents were kids, being 50 was like you were almost dead. But now there's 50-year-olds that are like really active and healthy, and they're like alive, like they're like still like, and the life expectancy keeps going up, except for this year because of the global pandemic. But with modern technology too, they're advancing there's the recent study that through cryogenics, or not cryogenic, it was a form of cryogenic sleep, they were actually able to reverse 20 years of aging. Like it was an insane number on old people. I'm butchering it, but they're making progress. And what do you think about the idea that within our lifetimes, because we're all fairly young, by the time we reach the age, because with how the rate at which we're making progress is accelerating, by the time we reach the age of like 50 already, do you think they'll have shit in place to like expand the human life and like?
I think so, yeah.
I mean, the thing is, anything's possible, but then you gotta look at it also through the like kind of Back to the Future lens, where we might think we're making strides, but we still don't have flying cars.
Yes, we
and
do.
it's past
They're
2015.
called helicopters.
And it's past 2015.
That's exactly what a helicopter is. It is.
I
a
can't
flying
just
car.
go out in my truck and fly to work.
Right, because it's not practical. We discovered along the way that it's not practical, and that's why we don't have them.
How is it not practical?
Because helicopters are loud and they make a lot of air. You can't fly a helicopter from your backyard. That's why we don't have them.
Helicopters don't have wheels.
It's not.
I'm talking about Back to the Future flying cars. You know where the wheels turn and you go woo,
right, but it's not that we
they turn again and woo.
It's not that we didn't make progress. We just made progress in a different direction.
And it also took us an extra 3 years to get hoverboards, and they don't even hover.
Well,
the Lexus hoverboard.
That again, I mean, yes, but it's not that.
What's not practical about a hoverboard?
They explode.
That's bullshit.
Anything can explode, Tyler. You could spontaneously combust right now.
What if every time you thought about boobs, your head just weighed 100 pounds?
I don't think about boobs. I think about ass, so I'm fine.
Thick. Getting real intellectual on the Painfully Stupid podcast.
Yeah, this feels like the hats off experience almost.
Jaden, what did you send me?
They do have like plain.
He just completely ignores me, Neil. He just completely ignores what I said.
Experience?
I said it's almost like an episode of the Hats Off experience.
It's called the Hats Off to Curiosity podcast. Thank you very much.
Oh,
You
I'm
can
sorry.
see it on my channel, Mr. Hats Off, all one word, with a Z.
We're
Not
gonna
that
have
anyone.
to edit that out.
Yeah, we gotta edit that out.
Not that anyone listens this far
leave
into
it
the
in,
podcast.
Luke. Leave it in, Luke. No, dude, we got people that go on fucking like binges while they're doing shit, just listening to the podcast. Spud's one of them.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it's badass.
So, Spuds, Mr. Hats Off, all one word, with a Z instead of an S. Subscribe. Have you ever thought about, like, this is for Luke.
Subscribe with Twitch Prime.
I have a question for you, Luke, or something to think about.
Luke isn't here.
I know.
Oh,
But he will
to
watch
think about
us.
in post.
But also something for you guys to think about. Just have you thought about like doing like
all the time,
editing like these squares, the Discord squares, and like have you seen the official podcast from Charlie?
No. I've seen it, but I don't know which episode you're talking
just
about.
any one of them. He kind of like, so there's like it's not like you're viewing a Discord window. Like he isolates each square and then he puts them in like with a black background in on the four corners of the screen, and then puts like little like in post he puts like people's handles and everything on top of it. I just think it's a really cool way to like continue furthering the
Yeah.
production of this. Just something
Yeah.
to think about
At some point.
at some point.
All right, boys.
Yes.
We just now hit an hour.
Okay. I'm having a good time.
So am I. But me and Newt also have shit we want to do tonight.
Okay.
Called streaming.
Okay.
Yes.
It's fine with me. I'm excited to hear my audio back in the podcast because of
It
this
sounds
new
really
mic.
good.
Because before with this headset, it just sounded really scratchy and crackly, and there was like background noise. But this allows my voice to be more deeper.
It's very noise canceling.
Yeah,
Very
and
nice.
also there is way less echo in this room because of these sound panels. Like way less.
I got a clip earlier whenever you were asking about the art, and I can just send part of that back to you, and you can hear it.
All right.
Because I was
So
just gonna send that to the artist.
outro
Oh,
time.
you're talking to me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. I am Stakeout at StakeoutIX on Twitter and at twitch.tv/stakeout14. Go follow me there. We just hit 270 followers. It's pretty pog.
PogChamp.
Newt.
Yo, I'm Newt, twitch.tv/N007LE. I also literally just hit 270 followers. So
Did you
we
really?
vibing out here. Yeah,
Bruh.
yeah, actually.
Bruh.
No joke.
Bruh. What?
All right.
Papa
Mr.
Jaden.
Hats off. Or
I'm
Jaden.
Jaden.
Yeah,
I don't
Jade.
have any social medias. I'm lame, but I do stream on Twitch at jpfeifer FAIFER3. But
Is it 3 or 03?
I think it's just 3 on there because I couldn't find my other account.
What's the 3 from?
It's my favorite number.
Hell yeah.
3?
Yeah.
Time out before we go. What's your favorite numbers? Mine is 14.
7.
$42.
That's the answer to everything.
You
I'm
Tyler,
reading
Tyler, shout yourself out.
I'm Mr. Hats Off. It's all one word on YouTube. MRHATZOFF. It's Mr. Hats Off with a Z instead of an S. I do everything. I make podcasts. I make videos, gaming stuff, my thoughts, everything.
he streams, but he's not going to shout that link out.
I'm not gonna focus on streaming until I get my YouTube shit fully figured out. But
Gotcha. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you next week. Sorry so much for the hiatus, but we'll get the shit figured out. Life happens. You know what I mean?
happens.
All right. I love you guys. Have a good one.
Deuces.
Bye.
Peace out.